Okay, so we're out here at the park with Taako, a 5-month-old Irish Wolfadoodle. This is his second time out at the park on a long lead. You can't see it right now, but he is wearing a 30-foot long lead. Just graduating up to being off leash, or taking the steps to become off leash capable. You know, to become off leash, they definitely need 100% recall. So far, he's pretty good. He's just a puppy though, so he tends to stick with me pretty much all the time. Maybe some puppies aren't like that, but I think we've gotten pretty lucky with this one so far. Taako, come. Good. So he's here. He came. Okay, take a break. Trying to refocus here. There we go. So just trying to get him comfortable with not necessarily being right on top of me all the time. Be a little bit pull happy. That's fine. This is all new. Oh, and he's discovered mud and water. Dude, come on, out. He's got plenty of water at home. Don't worry about that. Come on, bud. This way. So you can see he's doing little flybys, checking in, making sure everything's okay. Still hovering kind of close, but not too bad. Hi, dude. One thing I found about these long leads already is that, especially around here in sunny San Francisco, where there's water on the ground pretty much all the time, that these tend to get bogged down. He's going for more mud. They get bogged down and then covered in water, so when it snaps, water goes flying everywhere. You get a little rain shower. Really interested in that mud, but my car will not appreciate that as much as he will. Taako. Taako, come. Good. What a good boy. Okay, take a break. So we were taught to use the take a break command, not okay. Take a break doesn't typically come up in conversation. Okay does. So if you're having them in a stay or a down or whatever, when you say the words okay, sometimes they can take that to mean, you know, they're released, when in fact they're not. However, take a break doesn't really come up very much, so a little bit better release word. He is really gunning for that mud. We're going to give him a little correction. Let him know that not okay. So we'll just kind of walk further away from it to set him up for success and not keep tempting him with something that he really obviously wants to do. So now he's distracted. We'll check in. Taako, come. Good. What a good boy. Take a break. Okay, so we'll start heading towards the dirt path. It's kind of the next step. This has been all open field. We'll go to somewhere a little bit more restricted. See how he does there with a few more distractions. There's a summer camp here, so there will probably be kids. I probably won't give him the full 30 feet as we do it, at least at the start. What do you see, bud? I don't actually even see what he sees. Oh, I think it's these stakes in the ground. So let me see if I can. Yeah, these guys right here. There's a couple of stakes in the ground from probably maintenance crew or something like that. Taako, come. Good. So anytime he has a sign, either barking or obviously nervous about something, you know, we don't shy away from those things. In fact, we actively promote going towards them. You know, we call it progressive desensitization. In this case, it's one step because he was able to move over to it and just sniff it and he's fine. Typically in these situations, if he was hesitant, I'd lure him over with treats, lots of high value treats. Hey bud. Taako, oh good. So just associating those things that he was maybe a little bit scared of before with a lot of good things instead. Taako, good. Not that we expect to see very many of these things, but you know, it can be anything from, at least in the city, there's a lot of kind of deck plates that they put over meters and whatnot that tend to shake and make a lot of noise. He was scared of those. And now every time he sees one, he actively goes towards it because he knows he's gonna get rewarded for that. Taako, come. Good. What a good boy. Okay, we'll meet you over on the dirt path. So we're here at Glen Canyon Park in San Francisco with Taako, the 5-month-old Irish Wolfadoodle. He has not yet been on this trail specifically with this long lead. He's only been in the bigger parks where the baseball diamonds are. So taking him out on a little bit of a Sniffari, as people online like to call him. Giving him a little bit of autonomy and, you know, exploration, how we walk, a little bit of confidence that lets him know that, hey, he can go off and explore a little bit on his own, but still stay close. He's definitely not ready for full off-leash walking. Far too young for that. He's smart, he knows his recalls, but this is all pretty new to him, so he gets pretty distracted, especially when it comes to other dogs or other people that we see. So we're just gonna set him up for success, keep him on a long line, give him the ability to free roam a little bit, but still have some control. So as we walk, you know, he's looking around, hearing a lot of the noises. There's some little bit of construction in the background, other dogs in the park that he's probably seeing, but just kind of monitoring what he's monitoring. If he decides that he wants to go backwards, we just let him. Obviously, if we were in training mode or healing or anything like that, we wouldn't allow him to do anything like this, but seeing that this is a, you know, Sniffari, as people call it, or sniffy walk, we just let him have free rein to do pretty much whatever he wants within reason. some people think that you have to run and exercise your dog to get them tired out, but a lot of people don't realize that dogs' nose works so hard when they're out here constantly exploring with their noses that it actually tires them out quite a bit. After some of these sessions, he typically tends to go straight home, eat breakfast, and go to sleep for the next couple hours. You know, this is not only giving him physical stimulation, which it is a little bit, but it's a lot of mental stimulation too. So I have a 30-foot line here. I've got a lot of it wrapped up in my arm right now, so we're not giving him the full 30 feet. But enough for him to feel comfortable moving around in his own. Where are we going, dude? As we do this, we'll practice some basic commands to make sure that he's not fully disconnected from us. Basic sits, comes, that sort of thing. Where are we going, dude? Come on. Again, this is his first time really out on these trails, so the fact that he's coming back and looking at me a little bit more is to be expected. Taako, come. Come. Good. Always reward. There you go, bud. Today's treats are boiled chicken, which is one of his high-value treats. Sometimes it's rotisserie chicken from Costco. Other times we just buy a bulk pack of frozen chicken breasts, boil them up, and he loves them. It's nice to do that too because we will supplement his kibble with some of that boiled chicken as well, which he seems to appreciate. What do you got, bud? This way. So we've already been out for about 5 minutes. We've probably gone 100 yards, maybe. But you can see he's active, he's engaged, exploring, using his mind, using his nose. Being only 5 months, he still has quite a lot to kind of figure out as far as his nose is concerned. So just giving him the opportunity to make use of it as much as possible and not solely rely on his eyes for everything. Even at home, he tends to get a little freaked out when he hears bird sounds. So probably didn't hear the bird sound back there, but come on. These long leads are nice because they take a lot of the stress out that people experience when they come out to parks like this. They want their dog to explore, or more specifically, their dog, all they want to do is explore. You know, you're taking them out so that they can discover new things, new sights, smells, sounds, that sort of thing. And they get frustrated when they're on a 6-foot leash and they can't do what they are, you know, basically programmed to do. You know, he's not running around like crazy. He's checking in. This is probably 15 of the 30 feet. But he's able to pretty much do what we want. We're not having to pull on him. We're not having to correct him at all because it's just not that sort of training session right now. Feels a little pull, he slows down, everything's good. Kind of a nice break actually from all the more regimented training that we normally do with him. Sits and downs are pretty much par for the course these days. Sometimes when he's very distracted, he still needs a treat or two to motivate him to sitting, but for the most part, he's pretty good. But things like sit stays, down stays, stand stays, that sort of thing, they work him a little bit harder. Sorry. Taako's been very person friendly. Oh, you can see that he responded to his name there. Not as dog friendly, although he's getting over that. Basically just repeated trips to the dog park. We typically go once or twice a day. We're lucky to not only live about a mile away from this park, but also a block away from a dog park. Whoops. Sorry, bud. Taako, come. Ah. Good. So a little negative marker there. Sit. Good. Stay. Ah. Sit. Stay. We're gonna put him on the short leash. I can see a bunch of people coming up. Ah. Hey, sit. Stay.